today. So I wanted to talk really quickly about how to maximize sleep as an exclusive pumper. So all new parents are exhausted with getting up to feed baby in the middle of the night. For exclusive pumpers, sleep can be a little bit more precious because everything that you have to do during those wake ups just takes more time because you're both doing the feeding step and the pumping step, right? Um, so one thing that you can do to get more sleep is to let your baby lead what time you get up and pump. So by that, I mean, let's say that right now you pump every night at midnight. So you're pumping, you clean up everything, you go back to bed, you're just starting to doze off, and then your baby wakes up, let's say at 1. And so then you have to get up and feed baby. And then by the time that's done and you're getting back to sleep, you only have maybe an hour until your next pumping session. Right. And so you're basically spending most of the night either pumping, feeding baby, or trying to get back to sleep and not that much time actually sleeping. So what I would suggest doing is not setting the alarm for midnight, but kind of just waiting for your baby to be your alarm clock and wake you up. And then when you get up, taking care of both the pumping step and the feeding step at the same time. Speaking of doing them at the same time, that's my second tip. So what I would try to do instead of what you can do is you can feed your baby first when she wakes up, and then you can go ahead and pump afterwards. But one way that you can speed things up is to do that at the same time. And so to do that, you just need a hands-free pumping bra. So you hook yourself up to pump with that, and then you can either put baby on your lap or next to you on a boppy pillow and feed the baby a bottle at the same time as you pump. So instead of 15 minutes feeding and 15 minutes pumping, you can do that all at the same time. One thing that I did with my baby is that he would be super hungry when he first got up. And I didn't like the idea of, taking a few minutes to hook myself up to pump while he was starving. So I would feed him about an ounce to take the edge off, change his diaper, and then hook myself up to pump and finish the pumping and feeding session at the same time. So that's another option. And the last thing that I would recommend doing is have everything prepped ahead of time. So when you go to bed, make sure that you know where your clean pump parts are that you're going to use. Make sure you know where the bottle that you're going to feed is, so that you're not, rummaging around at 3 o'clock in the morning looking for a clean duckbill. Just have everything all set out so that there's no stress, and you can get right back to sleep afterwards. If you're going to be pumping multiple times at night, then you might want to have multiple sets of pump parts ready to go. And I wouldn't wash anything or do any bagging or anything like that in the middle of the night. Just do the basics to get through, get yourself back to sleep, and you can take care of all that in the morning. So I hope that helps you get more sleep.